Fancy, let me say the Club World Cup is getting closer. Adeba the most important aspect of the competition. Yes, Awa the best club in the world. Just as if you win the World Cup, you are the best national team in the world. Fancy teams are because it is carrying the same format as the World Cup. You're craving for something like that for a long period of time. But now the FIFA Club World Cup, which is said to be the European teams in the put in between you do the semi-final and some of the opportunity. Any other teams so one both your training in Abebo and some of the to me, it felt really awkward with that particular format of the competition. There's a reason why. I felt it was not fair to other federations. Omu teams needs to play some few games and some of them share European teams. Personally, I felt that way. But when I introduce a different taste and bite, what do you World Cup pa? It's not only about your nation represented, but the 4 years interval. Sure? Your core school yes, you cons, taste and preference. Adibu onuma wo di ana afono. Adibu onuma wo di na wonya bi ni biem na check akra no afia de kodie no. Iti e bo kra na obedi akira kwakofa de kodie na akwakoto akodi. Ebini World Cup de na experience. And this one too is going to be 4 years interval. And every single year. Due to the tight scheduling of European football and how it brings itself. Now, fancy, so 4 years na da anim no ebe me afi tournament no ebe ma na ya akono. For now, in the United States, the Europeans no entimi nyi omanim pii. Se ase omumpe ase omupe. Omotare ho. Ani ye se akanji mu kura be kasa ho bi. Se ya bo season awie e wosanke age ahome, e wosanke yese, esuma soaye so de ekwa kobobo wo United States of America. But they forgotten say anka the same period na anka ye bo World Cup akawie na anka waso anu anka kobo World Cup de ama country meboa. So literally, it is about who is hosting it and being the first time, ubenya a little bit of issues surrounding it. But I think this competition gives every single federation, any team biano, an equal grounds to perform and prove to the world. So we are there, and I say we are there. Already the World Cup, yenimomo dominate South America for no, and Europeans for no. South America for no Argentina, and Brazil, and Uruguay. Then in Europe, over the likes of Italy, the French national team, Germany, England. It's your more match. But club would be a new phase of a winner, either from South America, North America, Africa, or even Europe.
Yes.
And a club side, the soon to say national team. National team will World Cup ni ebetimi akọ o ye Tahiti na ba ye be hyew because untis kan koto quality player bi mfa no but Tahiti for na ade ombebo.
Yes.
But Club World Cup we no yasama window. It was atimi kofa player kra on free nation. E de ne ba, e de ne bebo, e de nya resource. That is the dynamics of the current competition we are about to watch. But enyoma miensa Debia, whenever the World Cup is coming, I look out for. One, it is about people who are coming to the tournament to cement their legacies. It's about World Cup, you will be on more 39 years, or 38 years, or 40 years. For example, Roger Melamu. Players when you need your mobile World Cup. Just to say, you have a tournament, we know a certain legacy be what you establish the man. Where Cristiano Ronaldo will love to do a legacy appearance at the World Cup in the United States of America at the age of 41 or 40 years. Number two, over world-class players they will act as key players for their teams coming into this tournament. But baby, I'm fancy. My attention will pioneer the next generation. The quality of top players are the next generation. No, on Babisi Akai. Such tournaments be almost in recent times. Yahoo Paul Pogba, Yahoo Kylian Mbappe from the World Cup. No, what did they mention? No, Yababe who Enzo Fernandez from the World Cup. So these young players, no, even World Pele at the age of 17 years. Abraham won the first World Cup. No, we saw what he did. It means you have a tournament. We say a 4 years interval. Ewiase mu nyina obi ebehwe bi. Ewiase mu no federation no continent bi ayi ne best na de neighbor. Fancy player ben and yenhwe ni mu say the next generation oba be take ewiase ne by storm. Na more special mention for 5 players bi am pese yehwe. Na me de ba ku bi be kan oba me ya say wanya the opportunity. Maybe Kuse matcha see Academy Esperance. I think me monitor the Tunisian League in the CAF Champions League, you know. Or ya koda ba kwa under 17 bi no mokobo no Morocco no. Yeah. Tunisia toss third no. He was their best player. Just 18 years. Fancy technique, movement, shot power. Or train one shot ni diba. Solid player by all standard, but he has been unlucky. Say Akraf Jabri, any Elias Mokwana, Abedini position because more experience. This was one of the goals Kwampo share no. Under 17 Morocco no. Or dane na abako mienu miensa. Maybe or the ball ne share. So ne style ano no. Or some wingers nibia. Or munya chiba nya afi no be pass. Debi. Or ba na power ni die chire panyan. But he has been unlucky due to 2 experienced players at Kansas City Omoko Club World Cup. It's own Kobe. Kayadian Kobe Padia. Kafansi Kamanibe Hakoda we. But we Korea na either say Alali Fono. And answer Zamalek Fono. But Kobe Bora or no Akotamne de Naba. Because the quality ne Gutakrano was so. And there's also your experienced Belali, who is also part of the team on Esperance for Neko. Difficult for him. Iti no, it's in the case na kwa kodanche. But the case na kwa kodanche ya, one of the players ye banana bobo me fepa Fernando Gago for Argentina. So we Fernando Gago ade na man dem sronko ye ha no bone defensive midfield role. Solid technical ability. They all offer aggression in the middle of the park. And in the range of passing, na unquestionable. But the name ono no coach Boca Juniors no wamaya akoda foforo a friend Milton Delgado. Fancy this tournament me hear the Boca Juniors akoda ne ba beye. Okay. Oni height me bri. Na omo di kan ton omo top midfielder, experienced midfielder. I think Paul Fernandes. There's this club in Brazil, Fortaleza I will say. Omo ton ne de ma omo. Then ene omo kofa under Herrera. And under Herrera suprai. So under Pride and Fernando Gago introduce Akodawi. So even under a new coach, he is still a starter for Boca Juniors. So some bet me up statistics this season. You would understand the quality Akodani possesses because about technical qualities Akodawi or fancy. About passing range Akodawi or about intensity tackling interceptions Akodawi or and statistics speaks for itself, especially when you look at Omokopa Libertadores, no. And even the Argentine League no musi akan wo no. And what he offers even Argentina under 20 team. Almost said the next call up of the Argentina national team over Frakodawi. They will call him for that specific role. The ama adwuma na ya de ne someone say Rodrigo di Paul mo. Adwuma na omo ye wo ho no. Kenye engineer de Akodawi he gets in so easily. Fancy hwa Akoda statistics. Passes attempted 54.1 per every single 90 minutes. Percentile is saying 86. Passes completion 88.6% per every single 90 minutes. Percentile is saying
99.
Tackles 3 per 90 minutes. Percentile is saying
77th percentile.
Interceptions 1.8 per 90. Percentile is saying
90.
Ball recovery 7.8. Percentile is saying
90.
Oh, you beast.
Whoa. South American ya kwadade say
meheno ahwe wie ya no be diska ope defensive midfielder ye be wie tournament no na pabam fancy no ma be shape. He is your ideal number 6. Mehem Milton Delgado we are the next one I mention Obed Vargas. Obed Vargas is here kind of Man City 2 Sundays Oyakoda o making the debut at the age of 15 years fancy the MLS US any Mexico for na kuhunto kwasa. And naturalize the Mexico. So at the age of 18, 19, getting to 20, no, Osia kind of the Mexican national team as a central midfielder. The biggest quality of Akodawi, say or a ball progressor. Fancy number 8 or Faboa, not the ball in movie. It will be interesting to see what he has for us. And when the statistics and how he plays, Newton, you would understand the qualities he gives you and a lot of things as a ball progressor or the bomber from right, from left, from the middle of the park, from everywhere. Pass consistently. He starts games for them at the middle of the park, and I'll be looking forward to watch Akodawi and what the club World Cup this weekend. Then number 4. Me share Real Madrid new signing or Marco signing in the Naba. Mastantuano. Me hear the qualities
on the River Plate.
On the River Plate in Eba.
Yeah.
Since one time Real Madrid pressure beba also. We are then pressure beba also. We will be watching Real Madrid, but at the same time we'll be watching you. Because Real Madrid they 45 million euros.
Ona eba be Alonso right wing first option.
Inti ahana justify no.
So ona eba bench Rodrigo. Eno me here no ante. And almost didn't come off from Argentina. James Rodriguez, Munina Cambo, we are some only born a bank.
Tournament
left wing. Way by right wing. But you're not Rodrigo Bon, one away.
Francis, so free so in Bona Jumudia. 18 I'm a site example, say
naturally, or you left footed.
Or a left footed right winger. Aha. On the Trent. Also, you're back to I say, you're back. Work up, said the Bobon Crabby Dia. What Sama Beclabi Ababane Behonebia. All eyes will be on him. The statistics and the numbers speaks for itself. Fancy, he makes things happen. He makes things happen. Attempted take-ons and shots per 90 in the Argentine Premier. Hebebi Oda. Fancy, it was so. That means he takes on a lot and he shoots a lot. I know you're good at set piece. Me heard your deba. Number 1, Estivao. Fancy, your boy Estivao did for 2 years in here. Estivao bo, Estivao no nimbo bo, Estivao bebo Chelsea, Estivao bebane, Estivao bebo China. Brazil for ni be crash I say akuda way there. You ready dey on the be replacing Neymar. National team no me na 17 World Cup. Fancy, na oye solid. Almost standard no. Sana 17 na me ko hu seku Kone. Manchester United boy no for Mali team no. Now this tournament will also open up the plate for every single player in and around Europe expecting something from Estivao. Say so person who is style of player, opportunity na you. Fancy, a lot of us don't get the chance to watch the South American League. Yeah. The only thing is you can only get one word. There are some few highlights to watch. But when it comes to Omokopa Libertadores, then there'll be an opportunity I will be. But the league Nankasano, you need to take your time to find somewhere, some way to watch these particular leagues. And Estivao might be good in the Brazilian league, but this is a world-class stage where you need to announce yourself. It's fancy. The battle of the next generation. Who becomes the best? Who lifts up that particular mantle? Who becomes the hot cake? Estivao are signing. Master Tuano assign it. But other players be say Obed Vargas, Milton Delgado mo. Any could say Masha Kra went to Myanmar no kwade de na to nche. Fancy, the rest of the players you'll be eager to watch what is going to happen for them. And another one will be any beko no so Ransheki. Ransheki is still seen as the next generation. He's not still seen as Nipa, sisi our being so cool. So for people to know what he has to offer Manchester City next season here that no tournament we ebe no so Amiashe. It's me heard the next generation area. Me remu into the transfers. Tomorrow, you have heard the key players and the world-class players. Fancy, in the transfer market, things are not moving as fast as you want to see it. There is a reason. Club World Cup now getting closer. It is starting. You be the next transfer window no officially June 16th. First one, you be so now you can sign players, but in terms of registration in your maybe you need to take your time. So teams are really going to relax, especially with the Club World Cup with their signings. But major decisions around players be to say Victor Gyökeres, Diana Modescase, Victor Osimhen, Diana Modescase. All of these players are important to know their standard and everything. I think Alvaro Carreras for Real Madrid need. Now me look at the teams and look at this way. I could have we. Club World Cup and justify. Well, you know one more. Real Madrid didn't chase Canen Famano. Madrid didn't chase Canen Fano. So we'll be looking at that. But I think for Gyökeres and his issue, and whatever that is surrounding the fancy, we need to be into wow. She goes at Gyökeres ashe. Otena sena hwe se ye to obi 150 million euros. Ghana chokra ye say. Fancy. Now 60 plus 10 na de koto the top. Yanko back to say the na new tineke example. Top Portuguese top scorers no. Omo free league ni makwa na bo ne to say. Fancy the agent of Gyökeres one situation no. Gyökeres any 60 plus 10 da. Looking at the current market value
and
of certain players be you're in the transfer market no.
President no crutch says some amount no crown signed to me for boy in ma.
Debbie. Way at West or ye 80 million euros player. But the current value of players I had any Bobby to almost so. Fancy said, yeah, a one at that one in the air corner now beton with you.
Now 60 plus 10 knows way.
60 plus 10 of them.
Sir.
Yes, our fam. And when a player
fancy
1 month not less than 50 goals for 2 consecutive seasons. Skasa no money to Darwin Nunes from Benfica. Darwin Nunes 1 month the numbers are way the mouth for 2 consecutive seasons. No. And
you Rio Ferdinand Nekoka said was shed boy real closely about twice or thrice now. So opportunities na unya in the Portuguese league, you know. Or say be our bad Premier League in my unya the opportunity as a striker physically how demanding a league in a year when unya those opportunities.
Fancy championship in any Premier League then and what the mission what in physicalities.
Championship more
than I could have bought championships 20 goals and some of you are.
Yeah. Or championship boy and 2 co-division 1 round to me maybe more.
Or Barca City
team for comment me.
Well proving himself for championship in my Besinko. And fancy Sana Ellen Haaland Eba Premier League in him no. This might not be a signing for United or a signing for Arsenal. Obi abetuma sign in Napo. But Ellen Haaland Eba Premier League no mo catch say. Ana Germany Bundesliga ne de ana on timi mo ana Premier League ni defenders no na say Debbie when your backless. Some can say when your backless atima say.
Jonathan Waters mo de no.
When your backless Premier League ni ebo no. And the Premier League no grow even in terms of signings fancy. And then look at the teams and the kind of centre backs they buy. Obi a ball playing centre back. Meboa. First no nanke ticham. Buninem Hurikosoro. And Obi a obetima asaswa bobo ni bi. And there are few clubs within the Premier League who are going along with such defenders. Amuna was our defenders ni bi Brentford mo Peacock mo ne za one day. Omo betima your ho adwuma omo de omo attention for they will deal with you. But when you are playing against City, you are playing against Arsenal, you are playing. I know Gabriel Magalhaes mo ne za now, but this is a player who has announced himself. First a born no of him. Now our top scorer, top scorer pass a power beton 60 plus 10.
Also just say
for 2 seasons.
To call that gentleman's agreement.
It is a verbal. The agent was not clear.
Boy in a bit me D. I'm a room
Bibi say clarity, especially in contract signing and extension. What did they mention as no? A bit to say Alexis McAllister and Brighton and Hove Albion. Sanka Brighton, Amanka Tom McAllister. Can it bo kone kaise do bo ne be pe because Alba knows I World Cup winner,
yeah,
but because he said there was a pre-agreement documented say you be release you for 30 million pounds any add-ons it's Liverpool ground we say for don't know more the add-ons been in your be here day as a shame achievable add-ons we imagine league Brighton be this kakra because fancy so who 50 million pounds crap for McAllister won't try he
will be all walk up no one now on Enzo
na how dey obey Liverpool won't try he ono kwa na Liverpool 100 na ton akasa me kwa komo em say check no come make money no ma sign Brighton monye mo pe bia kan wo yesa de bi be kan mo because wa ba be prove ne ho it team bia ne de one ni players no ko any scare shame any nyoma hwe Enzo ne Benfica de no. It was contractor ka Enzo Trensamana na ka Chelsea Trensamana ka price ni be lower but ka Chelsea will not get Enzo Fernandez because as at that time na ba say pay Man United pay other clubs ni na where you even Chelsea Liverpool included no mu nyina nya Enzo Fernandez and Kombe sign ne de nako Chelsea see there be say 120 in the woman no beka 120 no in 9 years contract he spread this can over this number of years pa be sign my
yes always amortization at Chelsea for here na omo
I will say two things Chelsea are doing best with their transfers.
Because Liam Delapon so almost signing for how many years?
Almost signing for 7 years. But Chelsea yes, I didn't know FIFA them rabbi say any UEFA. Etina say amortization no untimi nyembro 5 years. What you say? It nipa ne sign 9 years, I say 5 years na amortize. But Enzo mu no my omo de na wie. I after that no na sa we no sa ba the Premier League ni mo on best start in terms of EPL in terms of the amortization no. Because Spanish league they release clause na kwa no akotwa sika. Loopholes are na wo ho.
Because of one guy say the Barca for 1 year extension of the contract due to amortization.
Amortization now more pay. So normally when you are paying for a release clause of a player, sometimes all per se almost spread more amortization. How the scan big air day. It can be a release clause near 40 or remember 45. And I remember 48.
In Arsenal, and it should be mended.
And it should be mended there. No mass spread it. Do not add twice. I think Man United currently do the same thing. No mass spread this can over 2 years. Manchester United ne Matthias Cunha a release clause 2.5 be torso and I say then they will spread it over the course of the years. That is how transfer works. And these things that happen in the transfer market, you know, and the dynamics that is attached to it. And Gyökeres issue near quite dicey. But let me say this: it's the transfer market, and that's all. If you buy a bounce to seek and to buy another chance at this club about there are a lot of things that goes on behind this. We're a political battle, of course, between the agent of Gyökeres and the sporting in Pennyford. They know what they are doing. Obia nim de oye. Obia person ya them and benefiting the client. That is what they are really doing. And then also be bede ya. It may also be busana and boemo second bed bekoda there be yanyanesa. Yanyanesa just all times kana. And sometimes when you're even going in with your second bid, you need to be sure if it is going to be accepted. Fancy, if you see what goes on in transfer, quite a fast way the same player, you would understand the stress and in your mind attach it to it. Especially meetings. It will be crumpa face to face. Till say after 2 weeks. And some because agent ne act as the intermediary between the two clubs. Sometimes a human demand agent now or more employ another intermediary. Be all good relationship with the selling club to come in. No much yaneka. It will not be act or kohano akobusa wa no asem. I had to say no be catch you. Oh, or say no be you. Now so I catch you. And Timuni na moji tum verbally and after what written paper and written contract and I be their tum emailing fax. Now they call me po player A B so and so. With the 2 months so oh okay. Me suma dia tum say. Then we iron out the details no kwanya asem ketwa. Afina players ne lawyers you kohwem. Aside players na afina clubs ne lawyers ni kohwem because player contracts a different form. Club contracts are money other team the day. Ebe sign and add-ons and so 50 and the add-ons in count. Some are supposed to be achievable. Achievable near say obi one way easy add-ons. Ebi a player on about 30 games. Obenyas can say na so. Play on about 40 games. Obenyas can say na so. Then ebi a difficult ones never say Uji trophy ya. Another Champions League. Another league say ya. What the balance is in the day. So a lot of things goes into the fact and figures when it comes to the transfer market. And Obia pese or milk is something out of the transfers. It's a dia order sorry and transfer na ko papa. Obi be sign player create me take be 1 month to be one. It me take 1 year. Her Trent dey aye di hu komo Real Madrid shall say ne kasada be.
Yeah, or say Trent say me Coutinho or say I grew up watching Real Madrid win 3 UEFA Champions Leagues. I'm no stranger to Real Madrid winning trophies. James says still na no that so quote but said me can the two just said there better sano maybe sano. So say I'm very excited to be here. Whether you support the club or not, you have to respect the history. Risa oyo bia o Madrid asemo so Real Madrid asemo oya den o maba kwasem ne de. 15 Champions League titles. Masa,
15 Champions League titles. Bema.
One Xabi Alonso so didn't come off few times. Now say I've spoken to Xabi Alonso few times. I told him he was an idol of mine growing up. So to work with him is a dream come true.
The reason why he the idol ne bejina obo Liverpool no.
Liverpool no.
Okay. Liverpool no. Trent was say
o transfer them say 20 a year me ba person me year
na what entity film near Liverpool time na mo Champions League no and then mo semi final 26 26. That means Asat Obebe 99 born. Say 26, 99 born. So 99, 2000, 2001, 2000, 2003, 2004. Best 6 years to 7 years. Now Xabi Alonso, because 2004, 2005 Champions League, you know, they know about 506. And I think as a boy from Merseyside, he would have experienced what it entails with the Champions League as at that time, and you fall in love with players like Xabi Alonso. These people killed themselves for Liverpool. Honest Steven Gerrard mo adwuma mo be ye team them na say soronko kra na edemu soronko kra. So as a wa idolize no Osama Oba no hunu de oyeye. So playing under him means a lot to him. I said Thomas and then Zidane be coach Real Madrid no. You knew who plays a good team with my idolizing it. They realize that they be born on Baba. That is how football is. Sometimes if you're a coach and you're a former player, now when your players are more idolized, they will go length and breadth to give you the results that you want. And this is what is happening with Xabi Alonso. Let's see what Real Madrid players and so able put in effort. But I think the Club World Cup will test the pulse. We will see. But it is a big tournament. Put it at the back of your mind. It is a big tournament. 4 years. It will get the relevance is needed.
Okay.
As I shall see in Tina.
Matches ni be cry. Say manager we pass mo. You feel
because you drew round of 16 now we say Chelsea unity, Madrid unity, Boca Juniors be unity, we unity. Omo ba ho na we say.
Wo mate couple na omo de Arnold Kujina baby omo Champions League. Maku 15. Omo line in up no.
Spanish no kind of some Liverpool phone wo fu. Sounds almost me trust we reading him because
can be what am say Jude na no.
I'm saying just into all body na no osuasia na.
And almost was a snake. Mo say Liverpool financial
Spanish
2020. A snake emoji no.
Bra, I remember soon.
I said Trent Alexander-Arnold delivered his entire speech in fluent Spanish.
Masa, habla español.
Trent from head to toe.
Masa,
Spanish and Kwa was
na lecture no so aba.
Then so we want to mean kokai.
Na that kind English boy. I'm coming for Spanish kasa ninja bibia.
Tio, mami taking it biom. Almost say Trent Alexander-Arnold delivered his entire speech in fluent Spanish. Yes, be a Spanish keke.
Sky Obia report, won't me report to Sky report to TNT Sports Obia.
Hey, someone see you. And I'm a Liverpool fans. Say what I'm saying.
Obega brutal. Just I'm a boko.
You Spanish or Liverpool no be on so classes ana.
Omo rumor radio be your crack that say o sia o dan achi ho baby.
International player they also sia.
They will be 1 month. Now Jude Corey. No,
Gary
He's a pro.
Now we are Jude.
He's a pro. He's a professional player.
Me ma kwatena sisala dagate wa yi wala fum minti
osaya ans trans oyebiana
babu on ma
oyebiana
me say fluent Spanish make
one if you know ans trans the Hala Madrid
we know the still so
Hala Madrid mo so music na mo accent
and the Liverpool for say
Hala Madrid
we know the pass ball
na Mbappe can be not
no so what post snake emoji no yeah one Liverpool big time source
man you post no kwa
omunya we say akoda no crack Spanish no
adios when you so goodbye you so adios mami Kevin ka ho
omunya monya 10 million at least monya tafiski bi mon tafre ho wa ma mo he kra na
ke be 8 million
adela show and the right back won dey no
and he left back, bra.
As Malo Gusto, almost 86 me fay. Malo Gusto. Where to talk on some with the atem. I beg I can play Bia or Baby Bia and a turn out to no. Dario Sugo, so I know. A Sugo, Bobos and Kaiser, a little Kaiser for 2. But it didn't be Dario Sugo. On the Manu Su. A little Kaiser for 2 cabo. Omo so budia
omo so mano omo di omano season we no
me sure say e be our monitor nyoma Gareth Bale mo form because okay say Bale so be can be say Kromo no say won take us na wa be target a man central for because say who say hwie dey no be do atempa tutu say boy no wa bo no ho
yeah okoye
language ni major
language barrier
a major
wow
Trent had the power no shock me
I'm even shocked.
He's ready for it. And a team near young.
Whoa.
A two senior player, but he didn't come out with one on two.
Sir.
I'm not a Kata one or the Mokanya I want here. Over Simba.
Wow.
Trophies are watching in a coach. They say, come be a course of beer and obey Vavro. Yow. Language. Trent, what 10 when in Papa Parena, I didn't mind when him. Or ball Liverpool, Conan fast enough. Almost celebrating. Yeah, I'm fan Kyle Mutim.
I don't want Barca.
Okay. Trent, let me remember body dear Trent. Safaneti na oni akra no kabo mu a already ka tum no
ai kona no
simitra se chei Trent
as a Barca mo
o mu nhira no nko
aye no ko o nhira no wa nhira no ko
na de kakra so
wo kabo